Okay, I'm going to make this video. I hope the phone's not too shaky. I balanced it on a coffee cup. Steve, this one's for you because you were talking about the three-way wiring. Okay, so you got the 120 coming in. This is a switch. I left them open, which they would never normally be open. It'll be on one side or the other, and that's the light bulb. This is your ground. Okay, so we could just get rid of your grounds. It's hooked up to the ground, and that's it. Just the ground's hooked up. That's it. It's grounded, right? Okay, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Now, but here's your connections. So you got the common, you got the two travelers. The problem is you have a three-wire that you buy at Home Depot or wherever you pick it up, and it's going to have a black, a white, and a red. So you make the travelers, the black and red. Believe it or not, you're going to make the hot. If the one side is going to come in hot, you know, well, it'll end up hot. You make that white, believe it or not. Just make sure you mark it with black tape on the end so you have an idea it's a hot. Now, in your wall, you had that blue and red. Those might be your travelers. You're going to have to test them. You can do some testing and try to figure out what you got. So let's run around. Let's hook up this red to the red, right? We come out of there. And then we're going to hook up the black. Jump over it to the black, right? So that's what we got. Now, on the 120 side, we're coming in and we're going right to here, the common. It's feeding into the switch. Now that one is going to be your neutral, okay? So let's come around with the neutral wire. Jump over it. Let's go up here. And we're going to feed this one right into the light. So your neutral one is gone. Now you're looking for a hot coming out of this light. You need a hot. So let's come up, jump over it. Okay. Now, so let's see what happens in this kind of configuration. So we're coming in. If you put the switch this way, now you got power right to here, but now it hits here, it stops. Close this, right? Power comes up, 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 down. If the switch is in this position, the light bulb will light. If you have the switch in that position, well, the power went there, it goes nowhere, okay? So what happens? Well, if you flip it back, it's going to light. If you leave it this way and you come over to this switch, which is like this, and you flip it that way, now what happens? The power comes in, goes up here, across, over, into here, through the switch to the light. So the light will light either way. And you can do this in a lot of configurations. You can put the light on in the middle of them as long as you have a junction box and you make your splices straight through. Just remember, you got your two travelers. Okay, these are your two travelers. They just basically go from the top of the switch to well, you're going to look for the common. You're going to see the common is going to be black. So look for your common bolt on the three-way switch. Look at it. It'll be marked. And the common is going to be your feed from the power and your feed back to the light. The two are just travelers. Now, sometimes they build the switches differently, but most configurations are going to look like this. Okay, so like I said, power comes in. You flip it this way, right? You flip it that way. Goes up here, comes along. Now, if you flip this one this way, it lights up the light. If you flip this switch, the light goes off. If you come back to this switch and flip it, the light goes back on. That's how a three-way switch works. I hope this will help you make sense of that situation that you're dealing with where someone took out the switch and left it. It makes it difficult. But it's a pretty simple thing. And four-way switching is almost the same, except in the middle, you got almost like an X pattern in the middle. So you just kind of connect it like that in the middle. It's actually pretty simple. And it's kind of like an X. You know, it kind of looks like that. It'll flip back and forth. All right. That'll be the next video. All right, Steve. I hope this helped you.